What's up, Godzilla fans? Goodyear54 here, and today we're going to do a video, and today's video is on my review of the season finale of The Flash. Now, a lot of you might be thinking this is out of nowhere, but actually, the entire time I've been watching The Flash, I've seen the whole series so far up to date for the first season, and let me tell you guys, it has been such a journey to watch this show. It's so amazing. I've watched tons of reviews. My favorites, of course, is ETN's, Entertainment Talk Nation's, but I've seen this show up from the beginning up to the very end, which is tonight. And I have to say, this really was an amazing finale. This was such a ride of emotions, really, because so many things happened in this finale that I really did not think would happen. And basically, this is my first spoiler half, or non-spoiler half of it. I will tell you guys when the spoiler part will begin. But all I have to say is that if you're a fan of The Flash, you're going to love this season finale. And I can guarantee it, because this is literally, like, up to par with cinematic almost. Like, the ending scene, I'm not going to spoil it, but the special effects and everything is just so amazing about it. It really is. And this show, I mean, it's had its good special effects, but never like this. This is like on par with film, and it just looks so amazing. And like I said, it was so cool. All of the characters, you see Eddie, they finally get their moments to shine. Barry, he has to choose whether, and I'm sure all of you have seen this, so this isn't going to be a spoiler, but he has to choose whether or not to save his mom, Like, he has to choose, am I going to save my mom, or should I not, So, basically, just watch the episode for yourself. It's really amazing. It's a great finale. Now, this is the spoiler part. So, if you guys don't want to go ahead and, hear spoilers, just go ahead and turn this video off right now. But you heard my thoughts about it, but now here are my thoughts in depth, just with the beginning of the episode. It was just amazing, because they even changed, like, my name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive. They changed it to where it shows, like, all of them, it shows all the characters' faces and reactions, and finally Barry confronting Harrison Wells. And he says, I know what you're thinking, just ask it. And he says, why did you kill his mom? And just blatantly he says, because I hate you. And it was just hilarious to see this. And I'm sorry, I don't know the actor's name who plays the Reverse Flash, aka Harrison Wells, aka Borg Thawne, but he's just amazing. He always has been throughout the series. I have always loved him. I don't know any actors or actresses' names, I'm sorry, but Barry in this is also just so amazing. And basically what happens is that Harrison Wells tells him, I'm going to call him that, he says that you can save your mom, you can save her, but you have to trust me, that the particle accelerator will work, and that, there's this plan where he's going to run at over Mach 2, and the particle accelerator is going to go, and they're going to shoot in this particle, the hydrogen particle, I think it was, or something like that, and it will basically open up a time warp, and it's going to allow him to go back into time. And also, let me tell you guys, this is a very deep and mythological type Flash stuff if you read the comic books. I personally don't, but I've basically researched it all and stuff like that. And this is very heavy into that, because a lot of those questions really haven't been answered. And I think it's very good how they handle it here. It's very nice. I really like it. So, also, what's really sad, though, is that he's confronted with the fact that if he does this, he will forget everything. He will not remember Iris or, Joe, Cisco, Caitlin, any of them. He won't remember them. So he has to do that, and, he's kind of conflicted with that. He even talks to it with his dad, and I have to admit, this is like the best scene with his dad ever in the show. He basically says, don't do it, because I don't know why, but everything happens for a reason. And he says that, I love you, and eventually, when you become a father, you'll know why. So it's just those words, and he kind of blows it off, but, excuse me, after he does finally get confronted to finally save his mom. You see Reverse Flash and Flash fighting the future Barry, and then basically the part that he had to wait for was future Barry, to go ahead and take him and his father out, or take him out of the scenario. Basically, you just saw him go, no, don't do it, and it must have taken every ounce of him to just, not save his mom. And you saw him behind the door, and you saw Harrison Wells pick up the knife, and Airborne Thawne actually, but you saw him pick up the knife, and all you heard was just a stabbing sound. It was painful. But that scene with him and his mom too was just amazing. It really was. It was sad too, the fact that he could have saved her, but really he couldn't. In the grand scheme of things, it's destiny rules in this, really. This is another big part of that. But those few, moments where he's like, you're not gonna understand this, but it's me, Barry. And her mom just, his mom just accepts it, and he takes off the mask, and, she says goodbye. And it's really emotional, but something that I really thought was special, since this is a comic book show, the part where his mom is just dead on the ground and he is hurtling over her crying. That shot looked exactly like it came out of the comic book. It was just so sad looking. It was just straight out of the comics, which is just so sad. It looked like it literally did come out of a comic. And the whole thing about Cisco, being infected by the particle accelerator was just interesting. And just Harrison Wells in general, it was just him, basically talking to Cisco, and, Cisco telling him, you killed me, It was just things like that, to where he can see other timelines, possibly. Also, though, the final finale, though, when Barry is just like, no, I can't do this, after his mom dies, he just runs, Airborne Thawne is about to, he's in the time machine, about to leave, and Barry just comes crashing through. It's just that epic shot where he comes breaking the time machine, taking him out, and they have a cool fight. I never really thought that the fights in this show were epic, but this one, the stakes were raised. I think that's what it was missing, the stakes, and it was just really epic here. And they were just fighting it out, and, stuff like that. And, basically, Barry was about to die, with the whole, vibrating fist thing, and he was like, after I kill you, I'm gonna kill everybody here, and then I'm going to kill your father, and he's gonna deserve it, and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, you hear a gunshot, and you think he got shot, but it turns out Eddie shot himself, because before this, Dr. Martin Stein and him had a conversation about how Eddie is a phenomenon in science, because the reason why he is there is a coincidence, and that's the only thing that cannot be predicted. So everything that Harrison Wells or Airborne Thawne told Eddie about him being a failure is just a lie. So he shot himself in the chest, and it made, basically, Airborne Thawne just be erased from time. Now, that alone is already incredible. But then the huge black hole thing comes, and you're like, whoa, what? That was closed. So then, the final 3 minutes, I counted it, 3 minutes, it actually turns out that Barry goes up into the black hole, and you see him running, and this is a special effects shot, which I just thought was amazing. He just goes into it, it looks so awesome, the CGI with all the buildings. He goes into it, and it leaves off right there on a cliffhanger, and it was just like, what? It's gonna be its own show, though. I forget what it's called. Dang, I forget what it's called, but it's going to be with, Captain Cold and stuff like that. So, but it was just so awesome. This episode was truly awesome. I advise you guys to go watch it. Go watch the whole series. It's really a good series. It's not my favorite. Daredevil's still better in my opinion, but this finale was by far my favorite episode. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Give a big thumbs up and enjoy this video. Also, if you guys enjoyed this, go and tell me down below. Also, if I missed anything, go and tell me down below, because I probably did. But thank you guys so much for watching again, and Gojira54 out.